morning, guys. We are heading out. I don't see nothing jumping.
Oh, it's way out. Right there. There you go. And it's off.
All right, guys, we got a shark on the mouth. We can probably do a quick release. We got a dolphin on again. Look how pretty that fish is. Hey, good morning, guys. This is Ed Froelich with Ocean Deep Fishing. Thanks for watching. Today is going to be our tips and tricks for February, and we are going to make a reef spotter. And what that is, we do a lot of offshore fishing, so we're looking for rocks, wrecks, and stuff like that. And unfortunately, I don't own one of the new Minn Kota spot on lock GPS trolling motors, which a lot of people do have now on their boats. So I do it the old-fashioned way still until I can get one on my boat, and we pitch the anchor and we set up on a rock. So I'm going to show you today how I make a reef marker out of a typical pool noodle. All right, so it's going to be a quick video, but I hope you like it. So let's go into the garage and I'm going to show you what we use. All right, come on, let's go. All right, guys, we're at the table in the garage. I'm going to show you how to put this thing together. So what we need is, I'm going to show you down here, is we have a pool noodle from Walmart or dollar store or whatever. We need some line, and I get different lengths of line so that we can make 2 or 3 markers, and we set them at a certain depth, and I'll explain that as we make them. Then we need some sort of a weight. I have this one here. Depending on what the current is and how fast the current is, you might need a heavier weight in order to hold it down. So then this is our noodle that we have cut, and we've got 2 of them to the same size and length. All right, let's get going. Basically, you get your noodle, cut a piece off whatever length you want it, and then put the next piece down, the piece you just cut off, put it down there, and then you can take it and cut it with a knife here so that you have equal 2 pieces. All right, so you can set this aside. So now what we want to do is we want to take our 2 pieces like this here, and we're going to take our string. Now this is just braided cord. Comes 50 feet, 75 feet, 100 feet, depending on what you want. So I usually make up 2 or 3 of these to keep on the boat. I'll make one depending on the depth of water you know you're going to fish. Sometimes I'll make one 75 foot, 100 foot, maybe 125 foot, depending on the depth of the water, so that you make sure you can reach. So basically, just take the rope. You want to get it in the center. I'm just going to do a knot to tie this up here, close to center as possible, and you really want to kind of wrench down on the rope so that it's nice and tight to hold them together. Okay, so that's pinched a little bit, so they're going to hold together. Make sure they're even, and then basically all you do is take your rope and you're going to wrap it around. You're going to go to the end over there, to the end of your line, and you're going to tie your weight on, which, like I said, this is just I want to say this is probably 5 ounce to 6 ounce weight, and you're going to tie it right to your line, and there you have it. So, and you can put this just like that to store it. It doesn't shake around. You can push it in between. You just store it on the dash of your boat. When you get to the area that you're going to be fishing and you get your bottom finder looking at rocks, you just take this, undo it, hold it like this, and then as soon as you come into a spot where your bottom finder finds the rock, you just toss it over. It's going to spin down like this until the weight hits the bottom, and then it's just going to float on top like this. And the reason I use 2 pieces is if you just use one and you wrap the string around, it's just going to keep on rolling as the waves go up and down. It's just going to keep pushing it farther and farther away, and you're not going to get a true spot. So this, when this weight hits the bottom, this thing will be perpendicular to the weight, and it should maybe once in a while just flip over, but it's not going to unroll and unravel to where you have a false marking of where your rock is. And that's basically it. And then with a permanent marker, I mark on here 50 foot, 75 foot, 100 foot, so I know which one to grab when we're in the water to send down. So guys, that's pretty much it. I hope this was a trick. It's something that you can use. It's quick to make, it's cheap to make, and you can make it a variety of different lengths, so whatever water you fish in, you're good to go. Guys, I'm going to go to the pond with this little thing that we just made over here. I'm going to throw it in. I'm going to let you see how it unwinds and stops when it hits the bottom, and let you see how it works. And then, like I said, you can make however many of these you need on your boat. You can, they're lightweight, so they store easy. Your weight you might have to adjust. Like I said, you might have to get a heavier weight than this depending on the current that you're in order to hold it down to the bottom. So anyway, all right, let's go in the back, throw it in the pond, and let you see how it works. So we're just going to pretend we're on our boat. We've come across a spot. We're going to out over there. We're going to mark it. So as soon as we come over, we throw it in, and you can see it'll undo itself until it reaches bottom, and then it floats right there. So we can go back around with the boat. We see where the marker is, and of course this is flat calm sea, so if it's rocky it's going to go up and down, so it might flip one or two times, but you can see that it just sits right there. Guys, well, that concludes this month's February's tips and tricks. Hope this was interesting to you, and something that's easy to make. You can make it inexpensive, and like I said, I make 2 or 3 of them depending on the depth of the water. I usually do 50, 75, and 100, and maybe 125 foot, and you can make it as long as you want. If you fish 200 feet of water and you have structure, you want to do that, all you need is 210, 220 foot. Thank you for tuning in. I hope this was informative to you, and I hope it's something that you'll try. And it's like I said, inexpensive to make. And I want to thank you very much for taking the time to watch our videos. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Hit that information button to let you know the next time we upload. And if you really liked it, give us a thumbs up. We really do appreciate it, and it helps our channel tremendously. So until next time, tight lines, everybody. Thanks again.